All right. Hello, hello, hello. I am so excited for tonight. And I know you guys are too. This is just an exciting time in our company. There's always exciting things going on around here. But first of all, I want to introduce myself. My name is Mark Willard. I know we have a lot of new faces on here. I know we have a lot of customers on here. So welcome, welcome. Welcome to our team. You kind of get to be a fly on the wall tonight and just see how we do things. Basically, we're a big community of thrivers. We love taking our 3 steps every single day. A lot of us just finished the 10-day detox. So you may be a guest on the Zoom tonight because you just did a detox with us and you've all of a sudden trusted this company because doesn't that create incredible results in just 10 days, right? And you're hearing all the buzz about our MyGLP that is launching in December. And we have some beta testers that are going to be sharing tonight. So welcome, welcome. We're going to give as much detail as we possibly can, but there's a lot that's still kind of hush hush. For those of you that are promoters, I do want to let you know, I talked to Jason Camper today, and he said to pencil it in on your calendar. He is going to have a conference call on Tuesday night with us to give us some more details. And it sounds like he may actually tell us another step to the 4-step system. So I'm excited for that. He's excited. He's stoked. I know they've invested a ton in this next launch. Basically, we're here. We started with the Thrive Experience. The company is about 12 and a half, almost 13 years old. Started with the Thrive Experience and then have just really created a ton of health and wellness products for people along the way. We love helping people have more energy throughout the day, better sleep at night, managing discomfort, getting gut health on point, mental clarity, inflammation reduced. That's kind of the name of the game with what we do as Thrivers. If I'm missing anything, you guys let me know. But anyway, what we're so excited about is I always like to say we were gut health before gut health was cool. So when I started this journey 11 years ago, there wasn't a lot of talk of gut health. People weren't necessarily researching that your gut is your second brain. But we started the 3 steps, and all of a sudden there were these amazing results that were coming in. And the things that we were hearing over and over again were, I feel so good. I just feel so good. My mood is better. I feel so good. Well, little did we know we were working on healing the gut because the Thrive Experience is a 3-step system. Capsules are filled with all our vitamins, minerals, antioxidants, right? Step 2 is our pre-probiotic shake. It's our gut health shake. We call it our lifestyle mix. And then we wear the patch, which is our patented technology that you all have seen us wear.
Mario, you're muted again.
Yeah, we can't hear you.
When I mean all it means me. So people were talking about how great they feel, stories coming in. And I guess all of us started figuring out, wait a minute, it's because of the gut health component, right? So 11 years ago, I say we were gut health before gut health was cool. And now here we are as a company, which is, by the way, our company has grown to 3 billion in sales globally, and is really committed to being the innovators. So our company decided to join the GLP-1 conversation. I'm sure you've seen people talk about maybe shots or, prescriptions or whatever that may be. And our company said, you know what we want to do? We want to address this from a holistic standpoint. So the whole basis in this MyGLP, which is what our product is going to be called, or is called, the MyGLP-1 capsules and a system, which the capsules are step 1 of a 4-piece system. We do not know 2 through 4 yet. Hopefully we'll know a little bit more on Tuesday. But the whole idea is a holistic approach, a natural approach, avoiding the synthetics, but really dialing into how we can increase the body's natural production of the GLP-1 hormone. Our bodies already produce GLP-1, but unfortunately those levels, that hormone level may be lower, or whatever it may, it's not at an optimal level. So if we can increase that hormone naturally, which is the whole basis to the system, you're going to have the results that you need. You're going to have the weight loss, but there's also a ton of other benefits to GLP-1 outside of weight loss. It's just right now, it's all the buzz and weight loss. So here's what I know. December 7th is our official launch date. We will be able to order the system, even though we don't know all the components of the system just yet. Like I said, Tuesday night, we should find out more. That there is a Zoom that is scheduled that day. There's going to be a small launch party in Dallas, and then there are literally people all over the United States, Canada, the UK are going to be hosting GLP-1 launch parties. If you're a promoter, I want to encourage you to host a launch party in your home. If in your home is the best way to do that, host it at your house, dial into the Zoom, share with friends, invite people over to listen, because not only is Jason Camper going to be on and explaining the launch of the products, but we're an endocrinologist on that is partnered with him, that is absolutely completely on board with supporting the holistic approach and explaining a lot more in detail as to the whys and the science and how the human body works, and why this is just going to be incredible for all of us. Okay. So that is December 7th from noon Central to 2 p.m. Central. You do need to register so you get the link to this event. So I actually posted this at the top of the chat thread. That is the link to go register to attend. Right now it says register your launch party, but even if you're a customer, go ahead and register to attend. If you're going to be watching it by yourself, register to attend. If you're hosting a launch party, register to attend. It's a big deal company wise. They need to know how many people are planning to attend the event that day. So do not forget to register. Go ahead and register. Make sure your teams are registering, and there will be a link that way. Okay. Plus, I think that list will actually be getting some more details as we get closer and closer to the event. So with that said, let's hear from some GLP-1 beta testers. I'm so excited. The first person I want to turn this over to is Brittany Raitt. So Brittany, I think you've actually had it in your body a little longer than all of us. So Brittany, if you'll come on and unmute.
Hi, can you hear me?
Hey. Yes.
Hi. Okay, yes. So this is actually day 5 for me. But today was the first day that I did 2 capsules. So I'm more sensitive to things, and so I was like, I'm just gonna start with 1. Plus, I kind of wanted it to last longer. I was afraid of running out. So I was like, I'm just gonna try 1. So today was the first time I did 2. I will say that I don't know if you've heard or not, but everyone's talking about like the mental clarity, the mental acuteness, and just being able to think clearer. That was what I noticed the most. So instead of, I was a little nervous because you don't take your step 1, your capsules, and instead you take your MyGLP capsules. Mine doesn't have a pretty sticker like yours, Mari. But so you take that in place of your capsules. So I was just doing 1. And I will say it did take a little bit longer to kick in than my Thrive capsules, I feel like. But once it did, I would say it takes about an hour for me, 45 minutes to an hour. And then I can really feel that like mental clarity. And this was just with 1 capsule. And I will say I have not been hungry. Like I've been having to remind myself to eat. And I remember that first night, and you were there with me
I
when,
was
when
about to say I was
at
there with
dinner,
you.
you were sitting right next to me. I just looked at you and I was like, I cannot eat this. Like, and it was so good. It was Italian food and pizza and pastas and like really yummy food. And I was just, it didn't like even taste that great. You know what I mean? That's something that I thought was really interesting too, was I'm a big foodie. And so I love food and I like trying different foods. So not being hungry and just being like, "Well, I just can't really eat this." That was a big deal for me. And that's right. This is just with step 1. Like I'm just doing 1 capsule. So today I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna up it to 2. And same thing, I noticed I was like a little more tired in the morning than usual because typically within the first 15 minutes I can feel my capsules and I'm boom going. Well, I take the kids to school and I get home and I'm kind of tidying up around the house and I just kind of took a deep breath, like a through my nose. And I mean, my mind was just so clear. It was like, it just felt so good. And I have gotten so much done. I've organized, I've gotten a lot of organization things done in my business. It just feel really good. And I have been having to remind myself to eat. So I was like, you know what, let me get on this scale. And I'm already down 3 pounds. So I've already lost weight on the 3-step program. So I don't really have like a ton of weight to lose or anything like that. But so
Right.
for me, I think that's a pretty big deal. 3 pounds in like 4 days.
Yeah, you're tiny, so 3 pounds is a lot for your little frame.
Yeah, so I was like, okay, wow. But really just feeling good. And y'all, I mean, it is past 9 o'clock here, on the East Coast. I'm kind of a grandma. I go to bed early, I wake up early. And I'm still feeling really, I'm still feeling really good. And so, but the food noise, somebody asked me about that today because I was kind of sharing in my stories. She was like, do you have any food noise? No. Like I don't have I'm not hungry all the time, you know. I took my kids through the Wendy's drive-through and I was like, yeah, I'm not getting anything. I'm not even hungry, you know. So if people struggle with that piece, I will say I don't have any negative side effects. So
Yeah.
I hear people talk about negative side effects on like the prescription and like nausea and things like that. And I don't have any kind of negative side effects, no headaches, no nausea, nothing like that. I just feel really good. Amber asked, what is food noise? It's something that like where you're in the back of your mind, like you're always thinking about food. And it's just constantly there. You're hungry or you're thinking about food.
I didn't
And
know
it's
if you meant like your stomach rumbling. I was
oh, well, that happens sometimes too, but no, I'm not having any of that. I'm like, I'm not craving sweets. I'm not snacking like I could barely I made a really small plate for dinner and that was enough for me. And so I don't know. It's really crazy. I wasn't expecting it to work this soon for me. So I'm pleasantly surprised. And that's just with step one. So
I know. Awesome. Thank you so much, Britt. And
you're welcome.
when we talk about hormone, and Lindsay, I'm glad that you're coming on next because you understand hormones because Lindsay's got a nursing background more than I do. But hormones are not just drastically changed immediately. So I don't know. What do you think the key is with that, Lindsay? That literally right away we're finding ourselves not as hungry. I will tell you guys. I eat pretty good. We eat pretty clean around here. We're also a lower carb family, just because you guys know, my son has diabetes, so it enables us to manage his diabetes a little bit better. And so we've all kind of as a family adopted that. But I'm always one that typically I never truly feel full. And that is something that I've noticed right away is I feel full. As a matter of fact, yesterday I always add, or I have been, I started tracking how much protein I'm actually eating through just MyFitnessPal. And I'm like, I don't eat as much protein as I think I do. And as we age, women especially really need to increase our protein intake just for overall health. And so I started adding, protein into my lifestyle mix. And I literally made my lifestyle mix yesterday morning. We were getting ready for Gunner signing day. So granted, I'm running around like crazy, just trying to get out the door, get things done. But I was like, I can't even finish my shake. And I looked at Ralph and I said, who am I? And then I just stuck it in the refrigerator and I drank it when I came back home. But that is so not me. Like I really just never have that super full feel. I mean, unless I just ate like a crazy amount, but you know what I mean? Just feeling satisfied quicker and fuller more quickly. That was interesting. But I know it's not there's no way that hormone can make a change that fast. I mean, I'm assuming we really have got some ingredients in here that are triggering certain things. This is going to be multiple things that are happening. Um, outside of just, boosting the GLP-1 hormone. Anyway, thank you, Britt. I'm going to turn it over to Lindsay. Lindsay, I want to hear all your thoughts on all the things.
Hey y'all, I'm so excited to chat with y'all tonight. I'm on day 2. So I got mine 3 days ago, but I had already taken my classic system. I'm a classic girly. And so I had already taken my classic system. I was like, of course, so I'm gonna do it tomorrow. So I'm on day 2, and similar to Britt, I'm extremely, extremely sensitive to anything like stimulant form. I used to, honestly, before I was on the classic system, I've been with Thrive. Next month will be 7 years. And before that, I was a 7 cups of coffee, like caffeine drip. I was a nurse. Okay. If you're in the medical field, like, you get it. You live off of caffeine. Well, then I had babies. I started healing my gut, and I became actually very sensitive after having kids to caffeine. So I was honestly nervous, which I don't know why, because our products don't have a ton of caffeine, but here I was, something different. And I was like, I'm going to go for it. Well, I did, but I did 1 capsule. So I did 1 capsule yesterday and 1 capsule today. And then I asked corporate, I said, hey, how much caffeine is in this? And just so everybody knows, because it has been asked, I've been asked a lot of this lately, is it has the same amount of natural caffeine as our classic. So it isn't anything added. Yeah. And it's like a dumb moment, because caffeine doesn't equal weight loss. Caffeine doesn't equal healing your gut and triggering and all that different stuff. So it's really cool that they are keeping true to us not being jam-packed with caffeine. So if anybody was wondering that was something that I was very thankful to know. But for me, even on the 1 capsule, I honestly don't think I'm going to bump it up to 2.
I want to get off now.
I don't even think Okay, here we go. I don't think I want to bump it up to 2, only because I am feeling so dang good. Like, so good. I texted Maria and I was like, holy moly, or holy gummy bears is what I said. I feel so freaking good. Like, I didn't have any other words to say at that moment. And unlike how Britt said it took about an hour, for me, I felt it much, much sooner. Like, within 15 minutes, my eyes were popped open. And I was so excited for that feeling, because for me, that's what I look forward to in my step 1 capsules, is that human jumper cable, like my eyes opening, like you being able to see colors clearer, and it's like you can see sounds and hear colors, right? When those classic capsules hit. And it was like a whole different level for me on the MyGLP capsules. It was like I have 37 tabs open at one time. I'm a total squirrel. If you've ever listened to any of my trainings, I'm like here, 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 here. And then I circle back and I close it all out, right? Well, I have been able to yesterday and today. It's like I have a filing cabinet and it's all organized. So the mental clarity is incredible. Something that I have noticed, I know, Mara, you talked about hormones. Y'all, what this system is going to do is it's actually going to trigger your natural production of GLP and GIP, which, if you don't know what those are, they are incredible hormones that are produced within your gut that you actually need for a plethora. Look at me with some big words tonight. A plethora of everything that your body is. Okay. So not just weight loss. I know everybody hears GLP and they automatically think weight loss. They automatically think shots. They automatically think prescriptions, right? But GLP and GIP have so much to do with your overall gut health. And the fact and the truth is, a lot of people, when you are on prescriptions or just age in general, you start to slow down your production of your GLP and your GIP. And it happens. Okay. But here's the thing, when the fact that this product, this 4-step system, is actually going to trigger your own natural production of it. That is huge, because I could go on and on and on about gut health. If you know, I'm like a gut health girly through and through. It's basically my entire personality at this point. It's fine. But I am a huge, huge, huge fan of the brain gut axis. Okay. And that's kind of where, for me, I am loving this MyGLP capsules, is because it doesn't happen overnight. Okay. Let me just tell you, in 2 days, it doesn't happen overnight. However, the wheels are turning, and the triggering, as we're calling it, right, for triggering that natural production, it's happening. And it's like, you can notice it. The energy is there. The mental clarity is there. The focus is there. My ability to stay on task is insane. I've gotten more done for my business and just for my family in general in the last 2 days than I have in the last 2 months. I'm just like going. I've noticed though for myself, I am extremely thirsty, which I love. I have noticed I keep my hydro jug, ice cold water times. I'm literally craving water. Like Maria said, I'm feeling full. That food noise for me, it's a constant conversation. It's not a noise. It's a conversation that we're having 24/7. It's my BFF in the back of my brain. It's fine. We're constantly thinking about sushi or pasta or Mexican. What do we want, right? Like, we're constantly thinking about it. And then on top of that, it's constantly craving sweets. And if you are like me, the last 2 days, y'all, we have gone through we live in a little suburb community here in Florida, and we go on our golf cart and we take the boys to get their little scoop of vanilla custard, and we drive around the golf cart in our community. The last 2 nights, Rob, my husband, has looked at me and said, "What do you want?" And I'm like, "Nothing." And that is unheard of, because I would eat my chocolate ice cream morning to night, anytime. I am a huge sweets girly. And so for me, that was probably one of the biggest like aha moments, was that I'm not craving those things and I'm actually saying no to them, because my body, it just doesn't sound appealing anymore, which is huge. So to kind of wrap it up a little bit, the biggest things for me have been my water intake, the being thirsty. I have noticed that my body is running a little bit warmer, and I notice I can feel my system working. I have the energy, the mental clarity, the focus, but more importantly, I am really, really, really loving the fact that this is long-term effects. Obviously, it's not going to happen overnight, but that this is actually going to continue to trigger my natural production of GLP and GIP, because the benefits of those two hormones, we could do an entire 2-hour Zoom on this, honestly, but look them up, because it's so much more than just weight loss. It is so much more. It's literally all of your body. So I hope that helps a little. You're muted. Maria, you're muted. I see you talking away over there.
Oh yeah, I'm just talking away. It's funny that you mentioned being warm, and that was my day yesterday. I was like, I am so warm. But then Amber, I think on her day one, was like so cold. So I mean, you're gonna see some different things happening. Pay attention, and I'm also like, you would think that I'm super in tune to my body, and I'm really not, because I have a bazillion things going on every waking moment of every day. So the fact that have actually noticed so many things is actually pretty impressive. For me, what I've noticed more is productive energy, like truly getting so much done. When I started this, I started on Monday, and I was annoyed that I had a 4-hour drive home. I was in Fort Worth. I'd been in Fort Worth for the weekend at Courtney's retreat, and I had a doctor's appointment Friday morning. So I was annoyed that I had a 4-hour drive home, because I was wanting to get things done. Sitting in the car was not something that I wanted to do. It's not nervous energy though. Like, it's not like I want to go run a marathon type energy.
You want to move. That was for me. I wanted to move. Like, it wasn't jittery either. Like, I get what you're saying. It wasn't jittery. It wasn't crawling out of my skin, because I've been asked that also. It was like, I wanted to move. Like, I wanted to go to Pilates. I wanted to go on a walk. I wanted to organize and clean the house, because I didn't just want to sit. I wanted to move.
Yeah. Yes, absolutely. So think like dose of motivation plus some, but then combine that, your motivation, with your mental clarity. And you notice, like, we're all talking about organization. Brittany mentioned that, Lindsay mentioned that. I mean, that has been what we've been doing around here. So with that, I'm going to turn this over to Kelly, because Kelly's, how old is your little one now?
8 months this week.
8 months.
Crazy.
You're in
Crazy.
the car. Where are you?
I'm in a car, and I'm about to tell you why, because we have sickness. Like, all my kids are sick this week. And so
Oh,
yeah, I was about to talk about that, because so I got my stuff in on Monday. We are in playoffs in Brock America, which is a big deal, and that's Little League, but that's a huge deal. It takes all your energy and all your time, right? So we're at football practice Monday. I'm so pumped about starting on Tuesday. get home and my 11-year-old son has a stomach bug. And I'm like, oh my gosh. And we know as moms, or parents, I guess, that's not like a snuggle up and cuddle and get well. It's a lot. It's like organizing, cleaning, going through everything, washing, like it's messy and it's gross. And so that was my Monday night. And I was supposed to start Tuesday morning, and I woke up and I'm like, what do I do? Like, do I start and give it, because I was like thinking I want to give it a fair shot. Everyone's excited to hear my feedback. And I thought if this was one of like somebody's sampling the 3-step system for me, and I'm like, they told me that, I would say, oh no, give it a fair shot, see what it does. And so I was like, I'm taking it and I'm doing it. Y'all, I'm super sensitive, like just like everyone else that's talked tonight. But I said, I mean, I was running on y'all like no sleep, like none. And so I have a 7-month-old, a 6-year-old, and an 11-year-old with stomach bug, right? And my 7-month-old has a head cold, and he's a passy baby, so he can't breathe. So he's up all night too. So I'm like, okay, what do we do? I'm going to take 2. And I took 2. And y'all, I'm going to be honest, in the beginning, like I didn't feel the energy in the very beginning like I do with my classic. And I kind of panicked. But then I reminded myself, you didn't sleep last night, like none. So I'm like, okay, think about that. But I didn't realize until the end of the day, I slowed down, or when I laid down, I thought, I just got more done today. Things that I've needed to check off my list for I don't know how long, done. Like my appetite was way less. I'm the type, working at home, you walk past the cabinet, you might grab something. Like you're constantly just go grab this, do this, whatever. Did not snack. But more than that, like y'all, my daughter is a hoarder. She's a 6-year-old hoarder. And I completely went through everything in her room. I cleaned out her closets. She's artsy, so she like she calls it a craft box, but it's a trash box that she wants to reuse stuff. I went through all of that, like stuff, y'all, that I've dreaded doing. And I'm telling y'all, Lindsay, whenever you're talking about like all the open tabs, and then you were like organizing them, y'all, it's not what I expected. It's really not. Like, I don't know what exactly. I mean, I guess I just thought I wasn't going to be hungry. I didn't expect all the other things, especially just from the 1 step. But day 2, I woke up and I felt, I don't know if I could say better, but possibly better than I do on my classic capsules. And because I got a good night's rest, and it was good. Like I felt great. And then today's day 3 for me. I was freezing, and I didn't realize it until I'm in a group with some other people, and somebody said, is anybody else freezing today? Like taking the GLP, MyGLP stuff. Y'all, like I'm telling y'all, I turned the heater on in our house. My husband's like, what are you doing? I'm like, I'm so cold. I don't know. I was like, I gotta go take a bath or something, but there's too much to organize, too much to do. I didn't get to. And now my 6-year-old has the stomach bug. So if I'm gonna put it to a true test, this week is it. Like this, and I'm telling y'all, I'm very impressed. And it's only step 1. And I'm excited, very excited.
I love it. I love it. Britt's over there like, that's why I'm doing one. The chat is blown up. Like everybody's stressed out about when it's gone, when the sample is gone. How do we make this last? Okay, Amber, you want to hop on?
Yes. And I will say that I know some people, when they first got theirs in groups and chats with beta, that it was like, okay, well, what if we just take one every day and really stretch it out? And I was like, heck no, I want to give this the full test. Like, I want to know what's it going to do, and I will say, so I'm on day 4, but here's what's crazy. I did detox, right? So a lot of us just came off detox, and detox for me always helps reset my body. It always helps me with my cravings and all the things. But day 11 is my most favorite day because I get to have my capsules back, my Thrive Classic capsules. So here we're doing this beta test, and I was like, how am I going to do this? Because I've been wanting my capsules, but now I'm supposed to do these other capsules, this classic beta test. Y'all, I haven't felt bad or different. Like, I still feel good. I feel like I've had my regular capsules, plus, like everybody has said, super focused. Because I will say, for me, coming off detox, I know things happen within my body. I know my cravings change, and I get rid of all the sugar cravings. And that's one of the biggest reasons I do detox. But I'm always in a fog during detox. And that was the thing, y'all. My story thriving is I was the person all day long, leaving a room, going to the next room, going, why did I come in here? And back tracing my steps all day long. That's me on detox. That has not been me on the GLP beta capsules. So I'm super excited that I'm not that person. And I will tell you, when people were saying that they felt like they had to move, that's such a good way to describe it, because I felt day one, not so much since, I felt fidgety, not jittery, not at all jittery. I just felt like I needed to do something. like I was on a Zoom and I was like playing with stuff on my desk. Like I was like, I just needed to move or touch something. They're just things that I noticed, right? And then, yes, I texted Maria. I was like, are you freezing? I am freezing. And she was like, no. So since then, I've noticed one day I was freezing. One day I was cold, and then my cheeks were a little warm, but not jittery or anything like that. Just my cheeks felt a little warm. And then I'm freezing again. And now today I feel even kill, I guess you would call it. Like I don't feel hot. I don't feel cold. I just feeling normal, feeling fine. But here's what I will tell you, of all the things, and nobody has said this, I'm sleeping freaking amazing. Like I am going to bed, y'all. And that was my story on Thrive until this last year, when life has just hit us with a ton of bricks and I'm not sleeping well because of issues, and I'm waking up worried about the world and the people and my family. I'm sleeping. Like I'm laying down and I'm going to sleep. And when I wake up, I'm like, oh my gosh, I slept all night long. I slept all night. I'm sleeping like a rock, like solid sleeping. I don't know what's doing that in 3 days, but I'm so excited. I love it. I will say, kind of like somebody else said, that I'm not feeling the immediate kick that I do with my classic capsules. But I'm not feeling groggy. I'm not feeling exactly what I feel with my classic capsules. But again, then I'm focused all day, and it's a smooth, good feeling. No snacking. Yeah. Like if I am hungry, I'm not going to a carb. I'm not going to the pantry. I'm still using my same like detox, healthy, clean eating tricks. Yeah.
I love it. Yeah. What I've noticed is waking up earlier than the alarm, and when I wake up, it's like it's a clear like, okay, I'm getting up. I mean, I feel like I've always slept pretty good on Thrive anyway. But when I'm like when the alarm goes off, or if I'm waking up before, it's like my eyes pop open and I'm alert and okay, like let's get this day started, and I'm reaching for those capsules. So it'll be interesting to see. What I just keep thinking is this is literally step one of a 4-step system. So like I said, we're going to hear more Tuesday. So I'm sure we'll be getting an email pretty quickly on that going out. I don't know if you guys saw, we just had a little 20% off email go out with some free products, so be sure. And if you need anything, use that, snag whatever you need. Also, you know what, I'm going to do this right now because I did this at the beginning of the Zoom. I'm going to put it in the chat again. This is the link that everyone needs to go to and go ahead and register for the online event when this goes live. This is a launch party. Our launch party recap is December 7th. It's from noon to 2 noon to 2 Central Time. And everyone needs to register. It gets a little confusing because it says register your event. Now, even if you're not having an event, go ahead and register, and then you'll get the link for attending the event. Corporate has asked for people to register ahead of time, so they have the bandwidth to host everyone, to make sure it's open to everyone. The demand is going to be high. It's not just going to be Jason Camper explaining the products. We're going to have an endocrinologist who has come on board, is incredibly impressed with our holistic approach to increasing GLP-1 and GIP. And I'm super excited about that. You know, a lot of us are like, I don't care about all the science of it. Just tell me how I'm going to feel and give it to me. And then others are like, no, I want to know all the nitty gritty details. And that Zoom that day during this launch is going to have all the nitty gritty details and answer a ton of questions. As a matter of fact, when you register, there's actually a place for you to ask a question. You say, what is it that you're wanting us to be able to cover? And then that's going to our corporate team as they go into planning that day for us. It will be live December 7th for orders. It will be the entire system only that goes on sale that day. Obviously, if they're going to do it, they want to do it big with a bang. And the link should have gone in there. Do you guys see it? I think I
And
hit.
Maria, if they're not able to get it on
Yeah.
here, they are going to post that tomorrow in our cloud, because I asked,
Okay,
hey,
perfect.
can it be easily accessed, because it's been hard to find. They're going to post that in the cloud. And I know you and I were talking earlier about, guys, even if you are in your area and you don't have promoters in your area, or you don't have an upline in your area, host your own party, host your own event. It can be small, it can be in your living room. Everybody and their dogs wants to know about GLP. Everybody and their dogs has heard of GLP. And if you say, hey, I'm hosting this live watch party at my house, do you want to come over? Low key, nothing expected. Y'all, I'm telling
Make
you.
it an ugly Christmas sweater party. You know, I mean,
Yes,
it's
you can
December. Do something fun with it.
Yes, and you can have that, after, because I was talking to Courtney Good on the phone today, and I was getting so excited because she and I were bouncing ideas off each other, and she was saying, she's like, like when you get people in the room together and we're learning about this at the same time. Like, we're
Yeah.
all gonna learn and know at the exact same time. And then it's gonna be like, oh my gosh, put your order in, like we're all gonna be trying to beat each other to our orders. And then we're going to be like, nobody wants to be left out, right? Because
Right.
I don't want to be the one sitting in the room that didn't order when my friends are going to have this awesome experience, and I want to know about it too. So
Right.
make sure that you're inviting. Don't just assume people are going somewhere else or not coming, and just talk to your neighbors, talk to your friends.
Right. And just put this on your Christmas list for yourself. This is your gift to yourself to get started on December 7th. They did say we'll order that day, and then the box should be to your doorstep right after Christmas. So you can literally start the new year with it. We're going to have some pretty insane New Year's resolutions and goals being reached. And honestly, I see a whole new wave of momentum happening within our company. Our company's done incredible things for 12 and a half years. I've been in this business for 11. Amber's been basically by my side that entire time. Guys, a lot of lives have been changed because of this company and these products. So if you joined us tonight and you're like, hey, I kind of think I want to be a part of this community, talk to the person that you've been working with that introduced you to Thrive, and pick their brain about joining us as a promoter. We've got $1,000 on the table for you to earn in your first 2 weeks, just with like 8 to 10 friends thriving with you. Our Thrive 3-step experience is incredible. Our detox pack is insane, and perfect timing right before the holidays to get that in. And yeah, there's a lot more money on the table than just that $1,000 in your first 2 weeks. So, but get with that person that brought you on. I didn't want to turn this into an opportunity Zoom, right? But we will always talk about that because you know what, it was me wanting to give my kids a good Christmas that got me started with this. And we would love to help you do the same for your family. The world's kind of crazy. It's getting better. We're seeing some changes at the gas pump already. Thank goodness. Maybe we'll start seeing some changes at the grocery store. But it costs a whole lot to live these days. So having an additional stream of income, just talking about something that you love from your phone, sounds like a no-brainer to me. And you can join us for free. So again, be sure and pick the person's brain that invited you over to this. If they don't know a whole lot about the business yet, they can definitely plug you into one of us that does. So with that, we are going to close this thing out. It went a little longer than I thought, but thank you guys so much for hopping on. Get registered for the event, and let's do this thing. All right. Thank you, guests, for hopping on. Thank you all so much.